Have you ever seen a toad this massive? Its tongue can shoot out like a bullet. George was so terrified he turned and ran, but after just a few steps, he was struck down. One of his legs got stuck to the toad's tongue, and he was slowly being dragged toward its gaping mouth. In a critical moment, a dog suddenly charged in and bit down on the tongue. The toad shrieked in pain and yanked it back. George was saved just in time. He followed the little dog all the way to an abandoned bus, which turned out to be the dog's home. Seeing how intelligent and loyal the dog was, George decided to take it along on his journey. Before leaving, the sentimental dog even brought along a red dress that had belonged to its deceased owner. On the road, George quickly discovered the dog was practically a wilderness survival expert. For example, when George tried to eat a type of purple berry, the dog barked frantically, warning him that it was poisonous. As they kept moving forward, George suddenly stepped into a large pit filled with human bones. The edges were lined with tiny holes, each one home to flesh-eating sandworms. George picked up a bone and braced for a desperate fight, but just then, a rope dropped down. A man and a young girl pulled him up to safety. These two were monster-fighting pros and were headed for a mountaintop shelter. After hearing George's story of leaving everything behind for love, they decided to help him. Along the way, the man taught George all kinds of survival skills, explaining different monsters' strengths and weaknesses, and how to identify medicinal plants. The girl gave George shooting lessons. After a few days, George's skills and experience leveled up fast. Since their destinations were different, it was soon time to part ways. As a farewell gift, the man handed George a grenade, telling him to use it only when things got truly desperate. And so, the man and dog continued on their journey. But as they entered the jungle, the dog suddenly looked terrified, sensing danger. It even crawled completely under a giant rubber duck. Sure enough, spikes shot up all around them. George turned around and saw a giant centipede burst out from beneath the earth.